Well, hello. How are y'all doing? It's Carrie again on my weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery journey. This channel is about life after weight loss surgery. Today we're going to be talking about my best advice. Thus far, I am almost 8 months post-op. I have lost 70 pounds. Very proud of that. And this channel is just about life after weight loss surgery. There may be some makeup tutorials, there may be some hair tutorials, there may be recipes, but mostly just talking about weight loss. Let's see, what can I tell you? Anything you want to know is going to be found down in the description box below. And let's see what else. You might hear some toenails on tile. My dog Brutus is in here with me today. I am in my bathroom again because the room that I normally would record in is 9,000 degrees because we have a 2-story house and it is 9,000 degrees outside, and you know heat rises. So I'm here in my bathroom, 2 fans blowing because sweating on camera is not cute. So here I am. No, I don't have a nail. Came off. There you go. I'm a real live person. Let's see what else. I got a band-aid on this arm because I got a mosquito bite. And what else can I tell you? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get started. Come on. So, today we're talking about my best advice thus far, 7 months, almost 8 months post-op. And we're going to be talking about my best advice. And I figured it would be good to start out pre-op. So if you're thinking about doing the weight loss surgery, or you have done the weight loss surgery, or you're getting ready to do the weight loss surgery, all of this advice that I have for you applies to you. So let's just go ahead and get started. So number one, I feel like the most important thing pre-operatively would be to have a good support system. So when I sat down and talked to my husband about doing this, which was the umpteenth time that I had sat down and talked to him about doing this, because before he just wasn't really on board with it, which in hindsight, because hindsight's always 20/20, I wouldn't have been as successful, because without his support day to day, I don't think I would have been that as successful as I have been, because he's been a huge help and a huge encouragement. Side note, there will be a future video coming up where I ask him questions. So if you have questions for a spouse or for a partner about weight loss surgery, please list those questions below and we will go through them. He is not excited about doing that. He is not an on-camera guy. He is more of a behind-the-scenes guy. But in April, we'll have been married 20 years, and I think it's pretty important to have an opinion of a partner or a spouse, during this journey. It's just super important. So support system, very, very important. If you're more of a independent, I'm Wonder Woman or Wonder Superman, I don't need support and I can do it myself, hey, more power to you. But in my experience, a support system was super, super important and is super important. My mom, she came up from Kentucky to Ohio where we lived, and while I was in Las Vegas having my surgery done at Blossom Bariatrics, she came up and watched my kids, took them to school, picked them up from school, fed them, took care of them, and I didn't have to worry about that at all. She has been super, super supportive as far as checking up on me, encouraging me when I've called her and said, oh, Mom, or if I've had, a bad day or whatever, I can call her and say, Mom, blah, blah, blah. Instead of turning to food, she has been kind of that, accountability there that I needed. I have an aunt and uncle who call me regularly, probably once a week, to ask me how I'm doing, to ask me how much I've lost. They tell me they're so proud of me. Really, my whole family has been that way, my whole extended family, but especially, my husband at home. He's just been great. I asked him the other day, I said, do you think this surgery's changed my life? And he was like, it's changed my life. He's like, I got my wife back. So that made me feel like $1 million. So to have him on board has been very, very important for me. And it's helped me be that much more successful. Let's see here. When you go to your doctor, some doctors require you to do a pre-op diet. Mine did. I did a pre-op diet for 2 weeks. Actually, I did mine for 2.5 weeks. I went the extra mile and did it for 2.5 weeks. And it was a liquid diet. I did protein shakes, Premier protein shakes. And I did, chicken broth and Jell-O and sugar-free popsicles, stuff like that beforehand. The point of the pre-op diet is to shrink your liver so that it's not so fatty, so that they can actually maneuver around in there and do what they need to do, and your liver's not in the way. Therefore, you won't have any damage or complications to your liver. That is the theory behind the pre-op diet. So my pre-op diet, like I said, was for 2.5 weeks. I did lose 11 or 12 pounds on my pre-op diet. And my advice for you on that would be follow your doctor's orders pre and post-op to a T. You don't want to go in and either spend all this money. You don't want to have all this effort. You don't want to go through all of the insurance appointments, so on and so forth, just to look at it as the easy way out. It's not the easy way out. There are days when you miss eating like you used to. There are days when you're like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could just finish an entire cheeseburger, but you can't. And 80% of this journey is very, very mental. So if you start out preoperatively following your doctor's orders to a T, then you're going to be much more successful. You're setting yourself up mentally to succeed once you have your surgery and post-operatively. So very important, follow your doctor's orders to a T, pre-op and post-op. Let's talk about post-op for a second. Depending on your doctor and what they feel is best for you, I'm not a doctor. I just can only speak to my experience. My doctor and my nutritionist at Blossom Bariatrics felt that it was super important to continue a liquid diet for 2 weeks after surgery. They gave me an entire manual on what to do, how to follow it, so on and so forth. I read that sucker like the Bible. And I read it and read it and reread it and read it and reread it over and over again, because I wanted to make sure that I was doing what I was supposed to do and that I was going to heal properly. They're cutting off 85% of your stomach, your actual stomach, and you want to make sure you heal. You want to make sure that, everything's good, there's no complications, and that you're good to go after your surgery. So it's very important to follow your doctor's orders, your nutritionist orders, your psychologist orders, any doctor that you see that give you orders post-operatively. It's very important that you follow those orders to a T. A, B, C, D. Do not skip, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Because your $200 is going to be at the doctor's office after your surgery. Okay, number 3. This is a huge one. I would say take it day by day. Minute by minute if you have to. There were times when I took it minute by minute, hour by hour, and I would have to pep talk myself. Carrie, you've got to get this protein in today. Sit down, and no drinking 30 minutes before you eat. No drinking during your eating. no drinking 30 minutes after, you've got to eat this protein. So I did. And it's okay to take it as slow as you possibly can. You don't want to rush things. You want to be slow about it. You want to be meticulous about it. You want to be, you just want to make sure that you're utilizing this tool, because at the end of the day, this is what this is. It's a tool to help you with a lifestyle change and to get you on the right path and to train yourself how to eat properly and how to eat the correct size portions. So you really want to take it slow and let the tool do its job. Let the tool work for you. Because now you're not living to eat. Now you're eating to live. Because if you don't get that protein in, if you don't get that water in, you're going to be very sick. So that's very important that you take it day by day, take it slow. It's okay. And you're going to make it through it. Like I said, it's very, very mental, this journey is. And you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Before this surgery, I had zero willpower. None. No self-discipline whatsoever. My husband is the exact opposite. The dude wants to decide, he decides he wants to lose 30 pounds, bam, he can drop 30 pounds just like that. I get it. Men lose weight faster than women in most cases. However, he was born with this iron willpower. I was not. So, believe me, there's been many a conversations about that. And it's awesome to have, but you also have to realize your weaknesses and your strengths, especially in a marriage or a relationship, a long-term relationship. That is one of my weaknesses. I'm working on it every single day with the help of my tool, that I have worked so hard to make work for me. Let's see, number 4. So take it day by day, take it minute by minute, hour by hour, week by week. However you need to do it, take it. Take your time, work on yourself, because essentially that's what you're doing. And we're not self-medicating with food anymore. We're using it as a fuel to live our lives and to live a long life. So take it day by day, take it slow. Now we're going to talk about post-operatively. That's kind of post-op too, but everything I'm going to tell you now is going to be post-operatively. You want to start off when you start eating solid foods, which should be about 4 weeks or so, depending on your doctor and their orders. 4 weeks or so after your surgery, you're going to start introducing solid foods, mostly protein. You want to track those. I use an app called Bariatastic. I will try and link it down below if I can, if I remember. But you want to track your food. You want to track your progress. You want to track your water intake. You want to, I track everything, my vitamins, everything. And that is a great app to do that with. So make sure you track that. On that same note, we're going to go back pre-op now. Start taking pictures before surgery. I spent my whole entire life, I'm 41 years old, I'll be 42 in November. I spent the first 40 years of my life not wanting to take full body pictures because I didn't like the way that I looked. So I don't have any, hardly any. If I have them, they're from people who've taken other pictures. Other people who've taken pictures of me. I didn't like seeing myself, didn't want to see myself. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I have all that down below, I took a full body picture and posted it on the World Wide Web. Honey, that was a miracle from Jesus, because I never did that before. But you want to do that. And I started those pictures the morning of my surgery. The morning of my surgery, I stripped down, stood in the mirror, took front, side, and back pictures, and I have done that every single month since my surgery. No one will ever see those, but I can see the progress that I've made, and it is astonishing. It's crazy how much progress that I've made since that first day back in January. It's nuts. If you really want to go, basketballs to the wall, take your measurements before surgery, 1 month out, 2 months out, 3 months out, 4 months out. And that's an even bigger, cheering section for yourself to see your progress in your measurements. I wish I would have measured my arms. Yes, I do have a little bit of extra skin here, but I wish I would have measured my arms because my arms were way, way, way bigger than this. And now there's some kind of definition in there, but I don't know how many inches I've lost in my arms. I wish I would have known, but I didn't take those measurements. I could start, but I'm the type of person that if I didn't start it before, I ain't gonna start it in the middle. So anyways, just track everything. Pictures, food, water, vitamins, everything. Number 5, I think we're on number 5. Heck, I don't know. Take your vitamins. Vitamins are so freaking important. I think I've mentioned this in a couple of other videos. I take vitamin D3. I take a hair, skin, and nails. I take a complete multivitamin. And for the first 2 or 3 months after my surgery, I did patches because I couldn't swallow those big horse pills. And I take my vitamins religiously. And I also take B12, which I do. I take my vitamins at night. I take my B12 in the morning, so that, it can give me a boost of energy during the day. And B12 is just really good for you. So that's a very important one. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. If you have to set an alarm on your phone to remember to take your vitamins, it will help with hair loss. It will help with energy. It helps your body to heal. Vitamins help your body to heal. D3 is just good to have for your skin, your nails, your hair, your eyes. It's just good practice to take your vitamins regardless of if you had bariatric surgery or not. Brutus is snoring. Anyhow, last one is your hair will fall out. Nothing you can do about it. It is a given. I wish I would have known that it would fall out as much as it has. I feel like it's slowing down a little bit, almost 8 months post-op. But at one point my husband came to me and said, "Are you sick or are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "The amount of hair that you're shedding is unbelievable." And I'm like, "I know. I literally, I don't wash my hair every day, thank God. But, okay, I'll tell you this. I can't fix my hair with the shirt I'm going to wear on because the back of it is covered in hair. And that's the God's honest truth. Hand to God, I am not lying. It is that bad. My brush, got to clean it out every single day. I mean, the hair loss is real. It may not look like it. I do have thickeners in and everything else to make it look thicker than, but this is thin compared to what it was. Just ask my mama. She'll tell you. But your hair will fall out. Just something you're just going to have to prepare for. Some people go ahead and chop their hair off. I don't feel like that's necessary for me. I've thought about it, but it's not, it's not that I'm attached to my hair. I'm not. Hair grows back. It's just not something I feel is necessary for me. But to each his own. You want to chop your hair off because it's going to fall out? Honey, do you, boo. Whatever helps you, in this journey and in this process, please do you. So your hair will fall out. And my I think my last thing that I want to say is that, and this might be offensive to some and it might not, but for me, it's helped me a lot. When I went in that operating room, I prayed. They were wheeling me through the doors, and I said, God, I want you to take everything out of me that is not like you and help me in this journey, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, because I know the physical is going to come, but I need your help with the rest of it. So God has completely changed how my outlook on things. Yes, weight loss does help with that. Yes, it does. But I choose to believe, you may not, but I choose to believe that my faith is a major contributor to that. And I guess my best advice would be ask God to help you, or whatever higher power you believe in. I believe in God. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I pray to him every day, and I give him all the glory and all the honor for getting me to where I am. Yes, I had something to do with it, but it's all him. So that would be my best advice. So yeah, those are my best tips. That's my best advice, however you want to take it, for life, pre-operatively, post-operatively, through your weight loss journey. And as I say, every single video, if you have questions, please, please, please put them down below, and I will try my best to answer them. I try my best to respond to every comment. I try my best to respond to every question. And I just think that it's really important. I feel like this is one of the callings on my life, is to encourage, especially women, that women are so amazing. We can do whatever we put our minds to. And in the big picture of life, this is just one teeny tiny little thing that we have to push through. Those of us who struggle with our weight. And really it applies to any struggle that you have in your life. You can do it. You can make it through it. If I can do it, you can do it. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in today and watching. It's such an honor for me that you would be interested in my journey and my little piece of the world. And it's amazing to me, and it floors me daily because I get new subscribers every single day, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you. So I bless you. Check out the description bar below. You'll find tons of info down there. And I can't wait to talk to you again. So I bless you, and we'll see you soon.